Hello everybody, sorry for the long wait for this video, but it should be pretty spicy as it is almost 20 minutes long, which is my longest video. Anyways, hope you enjoy /that happened. Yesterday, I was at the aquarium with my 3-year-old son, and we were looking at rare fish species. My son gave one of the fish a cookie because he said they were hungry. The fish ate the cookie whole. The manager of the aquarium saw this and shouted at my son. One of the fish saw this and spit water in the manager's mouth, and everyone at the aquarium started clapping, and the manager quit his job. Turns out all the fish were unnerved, and the aquarium gave the fish to my son, owned by a 3-year-old. That is definitely legit. This happened. Guarantee it. For sure. Because fish understand human language, and yeah. What? I'm walking downtown and I pass a group of guys staring at me, and I think, great, cat call time. But then one guy goes, "You look like you could kill a man a million different ways with just your bare hands." This is an acceptable comment to give a girl on the street. Oh my god. So deep. Why did I say that? My girlfriend introduced me to one of her friends. The friend instantly asked, "How tall are you?" I simply replied, knowing she would start soaking up. 6'5". She looked at my girlfriend and said, "I wish I had a 6'5" boyfriend," which my girlfriend replied with, "Well, you can't have this one, he's mine." My girlfriend runs up to say hello to someone else. The friend shot a look at me of complete lust, looks up at me, bites her lip, and moans quietly. Being tall is awesome. This dude is definitely like 5'3" and in 6th grade. I was humming this song in class, and my teacher told me to stay after class to talk after class. But I went up to her, and she gave me $2. I asked her why, and she said, "Me and another teacher put up a bet. If someone in our class hummed any kind of Rick and Morty song, we owe them $2. I was amazed. I was also amazed that someone could come up with a story that's this fake so obviously. I work at Home Depot. White guy. There is a man selling tamales out of the trunk of his car in the parking lot and disturbing customers. Me. Thank you for that information. Me to tamale guy. Are you the guy selling tamales? Tamale guy. Yes. Me. I'll take 3. Because that happens all the time. I'm sure you definitely would completely obey your job just to get 3 tamales. Woo! Yeah. Sang the song publicly at high school after my boyfriend of 2 years broke up with me. Had the whole school chant with me during the song. He cried and deserved it. Because that's how High School Musical works. Everybody just casually knows this, and everybody, every single person in the school learned this song, every lyric, instantly. Also, what did the boyfriend? The boyfriend did nothing wrong. You could have cheated on him or something, and you made him cry, which obviously you didn't. You probably never had a boyfriend, but you know, what? How is this a good story? How did this get 153 likes? Who looks at this and then likes it? I'm so confused. So I connected to the free Wi-Fi in Starbucks and airdropped this picture, and I swear 10 people screamed. That's definitely happened, for sure. Because people scream when they see a picture of a moon. What? How would this scare people, first of all? Second of all, why are you airdropping stuff to random people? It's just kind of annoying. Anybody that airdrops stuff to random people is just instantly annoying. Me at the Starbucks inside of Target. Yeah, add 2 extra shots to the latte, please. Barista. What? Me, 2 extra shots. Barista. Are you sure? Our lattes are already quite strong. Me. Oh, just the opposite. Starbucks isn't strong at all. Y'all have burnt beans. The darker the bean, the less caffeine from the bean itself. Your coffee is actually quite weak. I'm also a single mom, I guess, of 2. So please load that sucker up with 2 extra shots of espresso so that it tastes somewhat decent. Also, I don't have time to go to a real coffee brewery today. Barista. Oh, okay, that'll be $5.87. Me. Passive aggressive as shit. In middle school, we had a pep rally where some girls tied the school's principal to a chair, blindfolded him, and pied him in the face. And he got a boner in the middle of it all. Oh my god, on today's episode of things that didn't happen because you've literally never been to a pep rally, probably. You know you had good sex when you walk outside and neighbors start clapping. Yeah, that's sure. Yep. Oh my god, I'm so done. My psychology professor. People usually remember something that happened in general, but not verbatim. probably remember the first Harry Potter book, but who here would remember the first line? Me. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4, Privet Drive. We're proud to say they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. My psych professor. Okay, you aren't allowed to talk in class anymore. What? You're just being a disruption in the class, first of all. Second of all, it's just annoying. Why are you doing that? Nobody wants to hear you talk. See, like, the psych professor's, like, trying to get an excuse for you to shut the hell up. Like, when vegans come to my restaurant, I will usually try to peer pressure them into eating a burger. If I am unsuccessful, I usually just call the police and report them for trespassing. I refuse to prepare a vegan meal. That would not get you arrested at all. Refusing to serve a customer, discrimination 100. What are you thinking? Even if you did do this, why are you publicly admitting it online? You're gonna get So proud of my son. Teacher asked about vaccinations. He said he didn't get any. He said, did you know there's verifiable evidence that additives in vaccines cause a host of health problems that aren't adequately researched? Oh yeah, because another massive study just got proof that vaccines don't cause autism. So, yeah, what are anti-vaxxers holding on to at this point? I don't get it. I really, if anybody is anti-vax and they want to respond, I don't get it. What are you hanging on to at this point? You have nothing. No verifiable evidence. Zero. Buying tampons. Cashier, would you like a bag? Me, no thank you. There's a very sketchy guy outside, and I want him to know that I'm not the person to mess with today. Cashier legitimately scream laughed. She go, Jesus. That was my scream laugh, by the way, so hope you enjoyed. Yeet. So this guy tells me I can't rap. So I spit some bars better than Eminem to surprise his stupid ass. And he's so shocked, he pulls out a knife. So I broke every bone in his body. Have a nice trip, dumbass. I think this is definitely some, 22-year-old skater dude that lives with his mom. For sure. I think he's a YouTube channel. He's got, 48 subscribers. He just posts a video, once a week. He gets maybe 4 views on every video. 1 like, and it's from himself. I swear to God, there is a girl in my class who can read my thoughts. She's always looking at me funny when I'm thinking inappropriate things. So I said in my head, start laughing if you can hear me. And she started laughing. I'm scared. So, who's gonna believe this? I mean, we don't have any refutable evidence, but this is so stupid. The subreddit is so stupid. Well, I mean, the people who say this stuff. Never mind. Our school had chickens for some reason, and this one kid broke into their fenced area at lunch and started humping one of the chickens. As you do, And he had to write a written apology to the chickens. He gave it to them, and they peed on it. Epic story, man. Fist bump. So I live in Wyoming, and today this guy rode down my street on horseback yelling, "The British are coming!" Actually, no, that's probably pretty logical for Wyoming. I was going to say as you do, but, Wyoming is, non-existent, so... Anyways, the only logical response I could think of was to yell, "Well, out of here, you bloody idiot!" That was the worst British accent of all time. Okay, never mind. In my best British accent, and he looked back and screamed. Did he scream laugh? Like the cashier? I don't think we're going to revisit that. One night, when I was in jail, this song came on. This was in 2017. And I started singing along, and the inmates were giving me money, then it ended, and I had enough money to bail myself out. Excuse me? What did you do? Steal a chocolate bar? What did you do? Did you steal a chocolate bar or something? Honestly, and 16 people thought this was true. 16, what is going on? Walking into the elevator after my interview, and this kid who was stepping off to interview gets right back on the elevator. I hold the door. Did you change your mind? Kid says, yeah man, after seeing how you're dressed and how I'm dressed, there's no point. Best believe I wouldn't let him on the elevator and sent his ass on the Florida interview. Hashtag Taurus. What? This is, what? Why'd you hashtag with this with Taurus? That's the only thing I don't understand. I mean, this definitely didn't happen, because who looked at someone's outfit and goes, oh, I'm not dressed well enough, I'm not gonna get this job? Because, well, it's slightly reasonable. If you're at least dressed in nice attire, you're gonna be fine. But why'd you hashtag it with Taurus? I don't get it. It doesn't smell like cocaine. Let me take another sniff. You never need a line of Coke, but you always need another line of Coke. The other day, I replaced the sugar in the teacher's coffee lunch with cocaine. Haha. Then 20 minutes later, my history teacher was running around trying to fit fighting random kids. Ha 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 ha. I'm so high in Coke right now. Like, good thing Reddit knows this is fake, because YouTube apparently doesn't know this is fake. It says -8 upvotes, so, well, it's 8 downvotes, rather. At least Reddit is somewhat logical. Thank you, Reddit. Unbelievable. So I'm at a CVS, and I notice there's 2 separate lines. One line is out the door long, and the other line is completely empty. I choose the empty line, and ask the cashier if there's 2 separate lines. He goes, yeah, one for smart people, the leaders like you, and the other one for the dumb sheep. I just sit back and watch the nonsense all the time. I felt like I was some sort of social experiment or something. No. First of all, if you ever heard stories from retail, people love cutting lines and getting to the closest one, so you bet your ass that those lines would be about equal. There's no way that people would be lining up behind. That's just so stupid. People aren't that dumb. Right? There's some dumb people, but they're not that dumb. Even the kid who got out of jail with his bail money because he robbed a store for a chocolate bar, he's not this dumb. Hey, want some beef? No, I'm vegan, my man. When and how? Since right now, shows video. Let's be vegans together. Cries happily ever after. Cries happily? What am I saying? Oh my god, I'm leaving this in. I told a racist, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic, ableist, and classist girl off in class after she made a very ignorant comment after going at her with facts for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. The professor just started clapping and then thanked me at the end of class. You can tell it's fake because this is so vague. They just raised all the phobias and ableist and classist girl. And then it's just so incredibly vague. There's nothing here. She didn't say what she said or anything related to what she said. Just told her off. She could have said, I like chickens, and that is just incredibly racist and homophobic. Just so you know. Because what if someone identifies as a transgender chicken? Like, what are you gonna do? I was in university classroom. Sitting across from was this smoking hot black girl. I wanted to impress her and get her number. The professor started talking about how God does not exist, and if you believe God exists, you have to prove he exists right now or be kicked off the campus grounds. How does this guy think college works? How does he... Okay, never mind. I stood up, walked up to him, put him in a headlock, and held my sharpened pencil right next to his bulging jugular, and said, if you know God is not real, you will not be afraid to die, for life is suffering without purpose, and death a sweet release. But all men know God exists in their soul, and I know you fear the eternal flames of hell. The professor broke down crying and pleading me not to kill him, as you should when a student is threatening to kill you, and admitted he feared God's judgment upon death. Yeah, probably see you hold a pencil to his head. I would say literally anything. Well, not anything, because that's kind of gay. I looked up and she was smiling at me. After class, I got her number later. We smashed. My man right here definitely happened, by the way. He's definitely not 14 or 11. I don't know. One time, a crack addict traded my CD for crack cocaine and the drug dealer listened to it. Stopped selling drugs, went to church, and got baptized. True story. True story. True story. Definitely true. This happened because that's how crack cocaine works. You can just casually hop off crack cocaine, no therapy, no nothing, just get baptized, boom, find Jesus Christ, no more crack cocaine, guys. That's the solution. This man just solved the war on drugs. Does that make sense? I don't know. We're leaving it in. This reminds me of the time I told my mom that I got into medical school, and instead of being excited and happy for me, she punched me square in the middle of the face and broke my nose. She then told me that since I'm going to become a doctor, that I should learn how to treat a broken nose. OMG, there was blood everywhere. OMG, I didn't even know what to do. It looked like a crime scene. You could get charged for aggravated assault, especially since this person's definitely an adult. Well, not aggravated. They weren't even aggravated. It was just plain assault. They weren't. Okay. So, since you're definitely above the age of 18, because you just got a medical degree, or medical school at least, you're definitely over 18. I mean, unless you're, like, insanely smart, which obviously you're not after reading the story. But, also, what? Why? That's not what you do. I'm just baffled that 2,100. I'm so done. Over 2,000 people thought this was real on Instagram. Instagram is the worst. I give up on Instagram. Instagram is worse than YouTube. So bad. So bad. At some point in his life, Michael Jackson uttered the very last tee-hee of his entire life, and no one realized. I wanted to hee-hee to this, but instead, I just wept uncontrollably until the waiting next to me at Starbucks after someone died, to which I said, yes, the king has died. Did she stand up and clap? Yes, and so did I. I doubt this guy was being sarcastic. I think he actually thought this guy was asking a real inquiry, but he just, yeah. The kids who do this for fun are depressed now, I can confirm. Pussy stuff. I used to jam a needle like this through my veins and twist it. Scars everywhere. Hashtag real OG emo kid. What? What? I was forced to play Russian roulette a very long time ago by robbers who broke into my house. This song brings back that terrible memory. Rest in peace, cousin. I wish I could bring you back. But unfortunately, we never knew the circumstances that stood before us that fateful night. God bless America. Salute. So this random guy walked up and said, I would tell you a joke about my dick, but it's too long. I thought for a moment and answered, I would tell you a joke about my vagina, but you will never get it. He decided to leave. The end. Okay, cool. Back at school, my teacher was a veteran, and she brought his gun to school for whatever reason. And she went around bopping kids in the head to demonstrate how to knock a person out, and hit me a little too hard, and ended up with me being knocked out. Because it's definitely legal to bring a gun to school. Even though it's a no-gun zone, I think. Well, I mean, isn't it like state law? Because they tried to pass a law, I think, in Congress. But I don't think it passed because schools are state-run, so. But I'm pretty sure most schools have a law where you can't have a gun unless you're like a police officer, not legally. I don't know. Either way, it's pretty illegal and obviously fake. It's not me, but one time my sisters Lauren and Brandy got into a fight, and Brandy threw a brush at Lauren so hard that it hit and killed the tumor that was growing in her throat. Brandy now has saving a life marked off her bucket list. What? First of all, that's not how tumors work. But okay. Second of all, what? Again? Yeah. Okay, sure. Why not? Whatever. Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm 9. I was kidnapped at night while I was sleeping, and I was at a trip in Africa. The kidnappers left me tied to a tree, and then I heard growling, and when I turned my head, it was a lion and his cubs. The lion scared the men off. They stayed next to me until the police came. 2,000 likes if I'm okay, and if it was a cool story. Just a like beggar. That's why it's got 46 comments, because people are like, stop begging for likes. Y'all, Blank's school just called me. Apparently some girl has been bullying him, so we hacked her homework account, deleted all her work, and wrote the wrong answers. He's 9. I can't even right now, boys. Bars. What am I saying? Decided to take myself out for dinner. My waiter complimented on my outfit/style, and my dinner was on the house. Then one of the cooks gave me a free cake and his number. I should take myself out more often. LOL. On today's episode of things that you say to yourself because you're alone and sad. Number 1, this. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See ya.